All right, you are now live, Bear.
Yeah, so
Okay.
now it's live again. I put this panel here because it's if you see red
If anyone
numbers
shows
and
up,
stuff throwing up here,
let us know.
this number right
away.
here is very important. This is your drop data packets.
Okay.
If this is red, it's because you're dropping, your broadcast is not broadcast.
First person who sees us, just go ahead and type something in.
See? It's on.
It's on live chat.
This will catch up in a second when people that start connecting.
Okay. Okay,
Hey,
Douglas.
Douglas. There you go.
Thank you, Douglas.
Appreciate it. Yeah, see, it's still not showing on that yet.
It's going to
Don't
catch
worry
up.
about that.
I know. I'm just noting these things.
It's got a lag.
Yep.
You're supposed to be staring straight ahead so you get used to it.
Well, that's why, again, that's why I'm
Stop
used
looking
to
at it.
doing that.
That's why I
good
didn't
luck.
want it where you could see it.
Yeah, well, that's not going to work out. Hey, Frank, how's it going?
Oh my god.
Go ahead and go back to the pictures here, and we'll pick a different one.
Whiteboard, and that's the best I can get with the whiteboard. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
that's
gonna look
fine.
like crap.
Okay. Hey,
Hi,
Red Wing,
Wing.
how's it going?
Okay, see now you can see this again. See,
Yeah, okay. Now, let's go back to our picture selections. Go back to raw video.
Find a new one.
Okay, scroll down towards the bottom. The latest one that says snapshot.
Ah,
There you go. Now zoom in on that baby. I really like that because you got that big quartz crystal there.
On crystal, gold, all over crystals. I mean, that's just amazing.
You know, that's some nice stuff.
Yep.
Okay, Douglas says everything is doing great.
Yeah, see?
yeah, that's when he could see you, and I can read the screen. Because
Yeah.
you're broadcasting the monitor that's in front of you. They can't see your face. They can see the monitor.
Yeah.
Remember, this is what they see.
Okay.
Over here.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and put my face back up.
Dong.
Okay.
Now,
that
one.
you
Go.
just look at the
Look.
chat and the screen
All
in
right, so we're
front of
gonna
you.
do.
Yeah, what?
Look, we're doing the whiteboard.
Okay.
Just to see. That's like the best I can get you. Okay, you're on 1080p. You can kind of read it.
Actually, that's not too bad. It's not hard for me to. Let's see, I'm going to go right to the, whatever it says, current. I'm going to go try and point right to the
It's not
C.
current. Current's over 35 trillion now, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, whatever.
That's working okay.
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 I mean, I bet I'm gonna get you with the whiteboard. Okay. There you go.
Okay.
Here's your regular view. Is that a good spot? Do you need more? Do you need
No,
less?
That'll be
that's
fine.
perfectly fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
You're
Okay.
all good here.
All right. Audio. How is our
Douglas is
audio? Are
saying
we
you're
still?
Yeah.
Eh?
How's the audio? He's looking for a little feedback here.
I mean, there's not a lot I can friggin' do with it, but
Yeah, he's got to get up at 3 a.m, so he's
but yeah.
getting ready
3
to
or 4.
frolic off.
I would have liked to roll it. Yes. Okay, so we got the gate set there. I've been clarity. That's like.
Well, Ryan, if you'd like, you can get going, and I'll just end this thing when it's done.
Are you comfortable with all this now, Eva?
I will be
Back.
dealing with it over the, I will deal with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're set for 720 right now.
No, I pushed it up to 1080.
Okay.
We're mildly unstable, but it's not going to die.
Okay.
It's just angry.
At least not at the moment, but remember, folks, we're on a Wi-Fi hotspot that may decide to shut off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when it does,
Okay.
Bear, I will not be trying to go
The
live.
audio is better.
Okay. So, anybody got any questions or comments or anything like that while we're sitting here? Because I think everything is generally doing okay. It's so weird just looking at something else besides the
You'll have to live with it. Be
moving
quiet.
thing. Still got the wax paper effect, huh? Not real bad.
I'm not an audio engineer.
Audio good, resolution, and auto.
Don't worry about it, Ryan.
Yeah, Douglas, I think it's something
It's
with
gonna
Brian's computer, an idiosyncrasy there that's,
He probably
Brian-
has a nice computer.
Yeah.
Like I do.
harshness.
Yeah. I bumped it up to 1080, and
Okay.
the only the wax paper effect is probably because, like I said, you have no baffling around this thing at all. It's all
Yeah.
flat
Yeah.
walls, flat.
Yeah,
flat
we're getting
walls.
a lot of echo, I'm sure.
Oh, cool, Brian.
Oh,
Yeah. This is why my computer is surrounded by like.
yeah, I know. You got your own special room,
Yeah.
which is cool. We got our own special room too. We like specially do everything in it.
Okay.
Well, Ryan, why don't you just eat your burger and I'll sit there while Bear talks and does whatever.
Yep. I mean, the mic's gonna do what it's gonna do. I've got what I got.
There
Okay.
it is. It's the
best you're
best
gonna
we can
do
do
is-
right now.
We unfortunately don't have fancy fiber or Windows 11.
No,
Why not?
Windows 11.
No.
I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I saw the silver testing solution one, Brian.
Ow.
I didn't get to see it yet.
Yeah.
Mother, sit down.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Okay.
Thank you, Ryan. So, anyhow, we're
How does the
basically
silver testing solution work, Brian? I mean, like, how accurate is it, etc.?
test comment too.
Hi, Alex.
Uh,
Hi, Jeff. How goes it?
Are you hearing Eva okay?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they can hear me because I'm kind of looking at the
Well, I
microphone.
know, but you're going from a different
Yeah.
direction, so it's using a different microphone than what it is on mine. It's looking at me. Go ahead and try and zoom that picture in and out. See what happens, little one.
Yep. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. Frank, when it comes to separating fine gold, how much material do you need to process? Because I do pretty good with a pan and tapping and sucking it out. But, I mean, the problem with the Miller table, as I see it, is going to be pretty slow throughput. And I'm not sure how important that is. I think one of the best things for getting pretty clean gold from your pan is to set up a vacuum apparatus like we did see a couple videos ago. We got a small shop vac, real small shop vac, and a filter flask and stuff, and allows you to tap the gold up, get it kind of clear, and then very precisely suck up just the gold, and then you can play some more games and stuff like that. So it seems to work pretty well for me, but I've seen Miller tables used, and it's kind of slow and kind of tedious. So I don't know. I say, what amount of material are you trying to move? Yeah, I don't think that's what it would do.
Oh, wow.
The
Jeff.
diminishing.
Eeks. At least there's no damage.
Yeah, they had a really horrible storm a few days ago in Missoula. I mean, they had, what was it, 109 mile an hour gust?
That's what people were saying.
Something like that. And someone Lauren knew, some family there, they had like a 3-foot diameter tree just missed their house. It was pretty bad. And so I think 20,000 people were without power there.
Frank says 100 mesh with lots of brown sands.
Okay. Well, it's too bad you're not someplace close. We could play some games with it. You could bring some over and we could we could try some stuff.
100.
Where are you, Frank? But the to me, one of the big things is separating a good clean band of gold and then just sucking it up and then working on the next one. For 100 mesh, yeah, I think you should be able to pan it unless it's really flaky stuff.
No, I
Okay.
don't think a cleanup sluice would get
Connecticut, yeah, that would be a little far away. I would say use a vacuum flask, with a vacuum source and a small diameter pickup, and you should be, small diameter tube, whatever, and you should be able to pick some pretty darn clean gold up. Now, one advantage we have is once we get our super concentrates, Eva just throws it in a crucible and smelts it all down.
It's in Connecticut and Canning, New Hampshire.
Take care, Brian. So we don't have to be super precise, but it's another thing you could try, and this is something I've done before. Take a pan and put a little bit of a thin grease, like put a little Vaseline, and try panning that and seeing, depends on your brown sands and stuff, but it'll tend to grab the gold, almost like mercury. And then if you can wash everything else out, then you just take a little bit of solvent, acetone, gasoline, whatever, and just dissolve the grease, and you've got your gold.
Simple green.
I did it. Yeah, you could use simple green or something like that too. I mean, I used bacon grease one time just for the hell of it. It seemed to work pretty darn well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead and put it on the counter. I'll get it. So you might try that also. Also make sure you use a magnet.
Yeah, sit
Talk
back.
softer.
Yeah, sit back is the problem. You're leaning forward.
Talk softer. Let's see what happens. We move that over there. Does that help, Douglas?
Bruh,
What?
what did I tell you? Now it's pointed.
I know.
You-
He said talk softer.
What you need
This
to
is my
do.
normal tone of voice.
What you need to do is lean back. You keep leaning
I
forward.
understand. That's why is it still overdriving the audio, Douglas? That's why I'm asking. That's why we're doing this stuff. I tend to lean forward because my eyes,
Yeah, well,
and
could probably make the
well, how does that look?
bigger.
Yeah, that looks pretty bad too.
Yeah, you need to be leaning back in your
It's
chair.
designed for where you were supposed to be.
I understand. I'm trying to see if we can adjust something by just moving that a little bit.
You were too close to it. That's why it was.
Nope.
Okay. Well, that's why I tried to move it farther away.
Well, you can't do that because it needs to be pointing the right way.
Change the gain to make it less sensitive to volume. Anyhow, so
Excuse me.
Yeah, that helps. You sitting properly in your chair helps. Hi, Shane. How's it going?
So I say you might try that.
Yeah. No, I
Frank.
adjusted the game gates for filtering out the rain. No. Okay. If you want to adjust the gate, with the button.
Yeah.
Advanced.
She's learning how to make some adjustments
Close
here.
that. Never mind.
So that might be a methodology that could help too. But
Okay.
I haven't really seen a Miller table do tremendous stuff.
Okay.
Correct, Douglas. It has kind of both functions. And so if I'm not right in the cone, then it picks up on the Omni stuff. So we
Hi,
shall see.
Lars.
Hey,
And yes, Frank, your crucible can have a little mix of sand in it. The sand will get taken up
Yeah.
in the flux, and any odd stuff will end up in your collector metal.
yeah. Hey, Lars.
So right now, that's how
We're actually getting pretty well smoked out by you
Is
Californicators over there.
It was set when I was at
That fire must
zero.
oh, it must be horrible to be close to that
zero
darn
gain
thing.
weight, which you're at now.
It's
15,
significant
so
over
the
here.
numbers are going to be different. Okay.
I mean, we're talking
So I would-
visibility maybe 2
Leave
miles.
that alone. Okay.
It's been
But that's where you get to them.
the equivalent of a cloudy
If you
day
really
all day.
need
Not
it.
not heavy clouds, but
A lot
decent
of people
clouds.
are saying
Sure,
that
Frank.
it's too loud. You
That's
see
what-
that
that's what we
bar
like
that's
to
blue,
do.
I've already moved in.
Is
Maybe
to
15 right now.
to help
It's
people out.
cutting
This is a little
15
unusual. We're
decibels out.
usually
Yeah.
Monday
I understand
evenings
that. If I break
at
down
6
the
o'clock
cut 'em
Montana
more,
time.
Yeah.
But
Gotta be
Put it
careful.
up.
we're getting new hardware and software and stuff, and so
Yeah.
that's what all this is. It's kind of
So
an
apparently,
unusual
most of our
schedule.
smoke in Montana is coming from northeast Oregon somewhere.
Northeast Oregon, whatever.
Bizarre.
It's coming from somewhere.
Yeah, and then they'll do that when he gets too close to the mic.
Yeah, those guys. I don't know when they're going to get a handle on that one in California. It's
You
been
can
like
keep that
doubling
back when the
every
mic is
day.
bending over them.
Yeah, I
And as
know.
far as I
He
know, they
keeps
got
leaning
0%
forward. I don't know
containment.
why.
That
Because you can't read.
it looks like it's
Very
heading
long.
mainly into wilderness area and stuff, and so they're not that much worried about structures, etc. But that's going to mess things up a little bit. Hey, Shiny.
Yes, it's
How's the incendiaries coming around your?
There,
Forget
you were
what?
going to talk to Ryan about that.
Okay.
well, what?
I will take over on the microphone because nobody needs to be watching this shit right now anyway. Y'all go outside and talk.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. So anyway,
Other number.
I had this amazing time sapphire mining and all kinds of, got all kinds of really nice agate. I found a fossil shell, got a couple of really small sapphires, looking forward to getting more sapphires. Hi, Shiny. And yes, multiple people were talking, Douglas, because I was saying goodbye to my son who's getting on the plane there. And so here I am. I have not had a chance to check that number on the whiteboard, but I'm pretty sure we're probably over 35 trillion or damn close to it right now. So there is that. Hi, Brian. Yeah, Brian, what I'm looking for a test. You know how I test for gold in our Eco Gold X leach solution using the KD3? I want to be able to test for silver in our leach solution as well. The problem with this is I would need the test for silver to turn a different color than it does now. Because, you know, if my gold test is turning the bluish gray, then, and the silver turns the same, well, I don't suppose it would matter, but I need that anyway. Douglas, I'm practically whispering, but I will do the best I can. Hi, Alex. You still need to take me someplace where I can get really cool amethysts, you know. Yeah, I'm looking for silver in solution, Brian. So when I do my little spot test on the Eco Gold X, I can do one spot test for gold and one spot test for silver. It doesn't necessarily have to be hugely accurate, but it should be somewhat accurate. Douglas, I do have silver nitrate that I use as titration with the Eco Gold X to tell me what the strength of the Eco Gold X is. I have not tried the silver nitrate in my leach solution yet that is pregnant, because I need to find out if there's silver in my pregnant leach solution. That's what we do with our spot test with the KD3 is, you know, I pull a sample out of the tank and I put the KD3 in it, and the darker it gets, the more gold there is in solution. So there is that. A pass-fail sort of test would be a start. I really would like one that is full colorimetric, like the one I have for the gold for the Eco Gold X. Because like the KD3 for gold, I can get a fairly good idea of anything from less than 3 parts per million to 30 parts per million. I can get a fairly good idea in that range in like 5 part per million, 10 part per million, 15, 20, 25, and just guesstimate in between those numbers. Because we've got, I make up a little spot plate with test solutions that have known values, and I can compare the color to that. I'm looking for the same kind of test for my silver, but yeah. I am not sure what I'm going to do with it, Brian, but it's something I'm keeping an eye on and I'm going to be watching for over the winter. Hi, Culture. We're testing using OBS tonight with the brand new camera and the brand new microphone that my son set up. So things are going to be weird and ridiculous, you know. But anyway, your channel has been looking good. Everybody needs to congratulate Culture. He's getting up there in subscribers now, and he's been doing some fantastic giveaways. So if you're interested in numismatic silver and learning about silver as a collector thing or as an investment thing, you're going to want to check out his channel. Well, good, Culture. Then, like, you can be the person that I will come pester when I have questions, because I have to learn how to use it. Alex, I would be happy to just get some crucibles, okay? The mice that we had in the lab broke 20% of my crucible collection. They broke 2 crucibles. Life has been bad, okay? I mean,
All right. Thanks a lot.
I would just love to get some crucibles.
Take care.
Never mind
I wanna-
$50,000 equipment, okay?
You need to
Anyway,
hug
here's
somebody.
Bear.
I'll let you know where I'm at.
My boy.
Oh, cultural currency is there.
That's our Culture.
Laser ablation mass spectrometer. Well, yeah, I can see why it's $50,000.
Yeah, I told Alex he can keep the $50,000 equipment. I just want some crucibles. All I want is a half a dozen or a dozen new crucibles. So,
We'll
I'm
get
a
there.
woman of very simple needs.
Yep.
Just
Well,
saying.
I'll talk to the boss here shortly. Let's just keep getting some more ore in the tank. Yep. Anyhow, oh, what time is it
Yeah,
anyway?
anyhow, y'all can expect the live streams to be a little bit wonky
9 o'clock. Yeah.
on
Monday.
Monday, because first of all, the internet's down where we're living, so we're working off my hotspot, which is throttling. Second of all, I need to learn how to use OBS. This could take a few times to figure out what's going on.
By the way, Alex, what's the resolution on that mass spectrometer? I mean, what's your detection limits on stuff? Very similar to what you get in a lab. Yeah, I forget.
Oh, wow, Alex. Less than 1 millimeter? Ew, spot test indeed. How sensitive is it, though? Do you have a lot
Yeah,
of signal-to-noise problems?
Yeah, what's your detection limit? I would think it'd be somewhat similar to a what do you call it?
Ah, higher detection levels, huh? Should have. We shall see what
When you say a higher detection level, do you mean a more sensitive or a larger number
My cell
detection
phone
limit?
has a 15K grayscale repeatability and can be a good visual chromograph. If I could figure out how to do that, Douglas, I'd be a happy lady.
Lower sensitivity than a big lab unit.
Jeff,
Okay.
we've been stripping the resin and using electrolysis, plating it out of the stripping solution, and it's actually been plating out both gold and silver. So the last I did a measure on it, when I did an in-court to find out the electrolytic debris we were getting was about 83%, 87% gold, 13% silver.
Yeah, but by doing a nitric acid digestion, we can get some pretty good, pretty pure gold.
If I do a nitric acid digestion on the electrolytic debris, I can get it to better than 95% gold.
Yeah. And then we can simply precipitate the silver later out of the solution.
Is that something I could do with an Android phone, Douglas? Because I don't do Apple. This is an Apple-free household.
Well, XRF also kind of sucks on the detection limits for a lot of things. I mean, you know, for gold, it's not terribly useful because it's just not sensitive or selective enough. You can get some interferences and stuff.
No, that's a good point.
That makes sense, Alex.
No offense, Alex. I'm sure you like the high-tech rocket surgery shit. But if I'm going to spend $50K, it better be able to whistle Dixie and cook me breakfast and give me accurate tests.
You're looking to replace me, huh?
And give me accurate tests on large samples. I don't want to know what's in 1 millimeter of stuff. I want to know what's in 1 cubic yard of stuff. Okay? Just saying.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I was having a guy test some of my samples, and he was actually getting a platinum reading, almost an ounce per ton platinum, but it was all 5 samples, and I'm like, yeah, right. You know, they're from different spots. Somebody told me there was a particular interference that tends to do that. But yeah, the XRF did a good job, I think, for examining what was in our resin, our loaded resin. But in that case, we were getting up into percentage points. You know, we're looking at thousands of parts per million. And that's a whole different situation. But it worked good for that. Yeah, I say I'm not a big fan of XRF because it's got way too high a probability of giving you a false positive. That would suck. False negative would also suck, but I don't think it's that sensitive to that. Yeah, I don't trust XRF.
Well, knowing my luck, I would aim it at the one place that actually had something.
Yeah, exactly, Brian. 0.1% rhodium. Yeah, that'd be a pretty interesting looking rock, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. That would be a little bizarre.
Yeah. We may have to go to the bottle rolling stuff too, because Hittle is going to be down for at least a month while they rebuild the furnace, build them a new furnace. So that's another good reason to check out the bottle rolls. Plus, our standard bottle roll is a 500 gram sample, so we'll have better statistical relevance.
Yeah, that's God money, all right.
So, I say we got that to do. We got loads of stuff to do, and we got to get back in the field here pretty quick. We got stuff to do out there too. An XRF can do that if you've got like a Doré or something like that. Yeah. It's not too hard to do because it's in such a high percentage.
Yeah. I mean, like the Sigma tester, the expensive one that they have, not the cheapy one that you see in some local coin shops. That you can point at a Dore bar, and because it's concentrated stuff and there's no noise from other things or whatever, it'll tell you how much gold is in there. The problem with the cheapy ones is like, you have to tell it, you have to set it 22 karat gold, for instance, and then you're basically asking it, is this 22 karat gold? And it will either read within the little brackets or it will read outside the little brackets, and that's a yes or no, you know. And yeah, I mean, on things like that, if you're looking at on metals, like the necklace I'm wearing, a wedding ring, a Dore bar, XRF can be pretty useful.
Yeah, Brian, again, if you're looking at Dore, if you're using it in an alloy, it's not too bad.
I mean, XRF is fine for that, but XRF on a rock in the field? Oh, forget it.
Well, not only do you have a much
Well,
greater
Gary,
amount of good stuff, you've got a whole lot less weird crap in the background, too.
Gary, it is Monday somewhere.
Actually, I don't think it is.
Yes, it is. It's Monday in Australia. Excuse me.
No, it isn't. It's Sunday. It's only Saturday right now.
Okay. Well, it's Monday somewhere ahead of us on the space-time continuum or whatever. No, we're actually testing because my son, before he left, you know, he's been here on vacation. Before he left, he set up a brand new camera he bought us, a brand new microphone, and OBS. So we're just testing to make sure, you know, what's going on here.
Yeah, that is stuff like that. We were talking 0.1% or higher, and minimal weird shit all around.
Yeah.
That it works fine, but for looking at rocks, especially if you're trying to see if it's ore, pretty tough.
It depends on the rocks. I mean, Alex was saying he's used it on finding beryllium copper.
Yeah.
No, it's not Monday, Kodak. So I'll tell you the same thing we told everybody else. My son was visiting. He bought us a brand new camera and a microphone, and he set up OBS. So we are now learning how to use the OBS.
You should probably talk a little louder. I'll try and talk quieter, but it's really tough for me to do so. If I'm pushing it too much, you may have to adjust it again. I don't know.
Well, according to the numbers on the screen, it's not. I mean,
Okay.
according to the numbers on the screen, things are fine over here.
Sound check is what we got problems here? Was it just that one time, or what's going on? I'm going to just talk in a little bit louder voice, like I'm getting a little bit excited. How does that sound? Has that got a problem or anything? I know we've got some echoing, some, I don't know, acoustical interference, but there's not much we can do with a bunch of flat surfaces around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex, if I could figure out how to play a soundtrack on this darn thing, I would, okay?
I don't know how it would work if you went to something like that.
Well, I have no idea what to tell you, Douglas, because we've already adjusted everything I can adjust on this end, and we're solidly on the low end of the green on all my gauges.
Okay, yeah. Is there anything you can do? Do you know how to reduce it a little bit?
I just did.
Okay.
Done and been.
She just made an adjustment. How is it going now, folks? Gary's happy. I mean, yeah, I know.
You need to lower your voice, and you need to be sure you're...
It's awfully hard to do when you never have done it before in your life. I'm 68. I'm used to working in loud environments.
Kodak, don't
That's
get
fine.
your hopes up. We ain't going high tech. I can
Not if
tell
we can
you
avoid
that.
it, but yeah.
No, thank you.
What do you think about that sample?
Howdy, Crodmog.
Hello. Did you see those samples from a couple days ago at Kodak? Okay, so Brian says it's gotten better. So yeah.
Okay, I just tried another thing, so, do what you can.
Yes, I do, Douglas. I know.
Jeff says he's on the phone and has us turned all the way up.
Okay.
Well, Alex, I'm even younger than he is, so there.
I know I'm a cradle robber.
Yes, you are. We all know what that's about.
Thank you,
Thank
Fraud
you,
Mock.
Fraud Mog. If anybody's got any questions about mining, be sure
Yeah.
to ask.
If you got any subjects to bring up or whatever, go ahead.
And fair warning, since we are on my hotspot, and
It
being
may just
throttled,
die
if the thing
instantly.
decides to shut off, it will shut off.
Yeah.
So, and when it
we're,
does, that'll be it.
we're cobbled together a little bit here.
We're working on it.
But anyhow, so that's kind of the situation, and we got another. I think we could dump that batch Monday and start another one there. We got a bunch of samples I'm working on from Tell a Story. Somebody's on the phone. What's this? My brother. Hey, Randy. Doing a live stream because we're testing some new hardware and software and everything. So what's up? You sound like you're feeling a lot better. That's good. Yeah. Okay, you take care. Brian, what antique store usually has those?
Brian, I got mine at I suppose you could call it a junk shop. The average cost of that size is about $3 to $5 or so. Nothing I can do about the pick jumping, Brian, because the camera is stationary. He was just moving around.
Yeah. So
And yeah, I'm thinking my phone.
okay. Yeah, it looks like the phone's having
We're
issues here.
dropping packets here. Give me 1 second. I'm putting the phone back right next to the computer to see if it helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're dropping packets like crazy. Almost 2
Hey,
gigs.
Secret Creek. So
That's exactly why.
anyhow, so
Hi, Secret Creek.
we got that, I think.
No. Well, eBay, I suppose.
You take care, Alex.
Nothing we can do about it, Rusty. We are on a Wi-Fi hotspot that is being throttled. Okay. So this
We'll
stream
probably
is about to drop.
shut it down here.
Well, it's about to drop anyway, dude.
It's about to
I'm
drop,
telling
huh?
you right now.
Okay, we'll be back on Monday, but she says the hotspot is dying on us, so we'll have to get
Happy
going.
prospecting.
The acid test kits. Not sure, Kodak. The ones where you're trying to see what'll dissolve the gold, the carat thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I do believe it. See, we are crashed now.
Okay, go ahead and call it a night, little one. Message could not be